we want you to be our Glinda the Good in the Wicked freaking movie.
2025 Oscar predictions from various sources highlight Ariana Grande as a major contender for Best Supporting Actress for her role in Wicked. But what is it about this role that made it a dream for her since early childhood? What did the pop star sacrifice to prepare for it? And why did she have to audition 5 times? Let's dive in right here on Collider.
That was the best night of my life. That was the best day of my life.
Since wrapping the film, Grande went on a full press tour for Wicked and her recently released album Eternal Sunshine. Exhausted by handling both projects at the same time, Grande announced to her Instagram stories, "I have decided to put a temporary pin in all things that are not Wicked for now." The Thank You Next singer has dedicated everything to her role in Wicked and isn't letting anything, not even herself, get in the way of that. In her interview on The Zach Sang Show, Grande recounts how she spent 6 months preparing just for the audition.
The whole audition process and prepping for the auditions was like 6 months.
In the same interview, Grande detailed working with acting and voice coaches Nancy Banks and Eric Vitro every single day.
Nancy Banks, Eric Vitro, the best people in the world, every single day.
The immense prep displayed just how dedicated Grande was and just how important the role of Glinda was to her. As a theater kid, Grande grew up singing the musical in the car and even met the original Glinda actress Kristen Chenoweth when she was just 10 years old. Chenoweth detailed this encounter in a 2022 appearance on Late Night with Seth Meyers.
She came backstage into my dressing room and said, "I want to play Glinda."
Before getting passed the torch by Chenoweth, Grande seemingly manifested her involvement in the film. She claims to have hounded the producer of the Tony-winning show Mark Platt since she was 20, throwing her name in the hat early. She approached Platt saying, "Hey, I don't know when this is happening, but when it's happening, may I please at least just audition?"
I stalked Mark Platt for 10 years, wondering when would an audition be possible.
To most, Grande would have seemed a shoo-in for the role, but for the film's director John M. Chu, he had her tested multiple times for the role before ultimately offering it to her. He even asked her to leave one audition. In an interview with the Wall Street Journal, Chu tells of how he felt she was bringing too much of herself to the role and needed to rid herself of her makeup and exist as Glinda instead of Grande.
Not even a question. She came in and did that, and I saw her in a totally new light that I'd never seen her.
But her established public persona wasn't the only issue for Chu. "Ari, she came in 5 times for us," he told Broadway World. "Every time, she was the most interesting person in the room. I resisted. I was like, there's no way Ariana Grande, the person we think of, can handle this, carrying a movie, her first movie." Fortunately for Grande, she was able to make it work, and her tireless preparation for the role made it feel as though it was always predestined. And she faced serious competition, including Amanda Seyfried, Renee Rapp, Broadway star Taylor Louderman, and Dove Cameron, known for Disney's Descendants and Broadway's Clueless. It was tough. Some of these stars shared their experience with the audition. Cameron described it as one of the longer processes I've been a part of, she told The Wrap. Seyfried revealed in her interview with Backstage, "I have dreams that I'm still auditioning for Wicked," while Taylor Louderman shared the screenshot of the deadline casting announcement on Instagram with a caption, "Why did I even audition or think I had a chance?" This business, you can't care too much about any role you're auditioning for, or you could get hurt and won't come back. But you have to care enough to give it your all. So off to work Grande went, to defy gravity. The enormous amount of preparation was dedicated to ensuring she could handle the exhausting workload and that her iconic voice would be ready to capture what she had been imagining in her head for years. Grande spent months with her coaches, stating, "I have never wanted something as badly as I did this." For fans of her music, it was surprising to hear Grande claim that she required vocal coaching for the role. "Glinda's a soprano, like an opera soprano, not in the way I'm a soprano in my pop career," Grande explained in the Pod Crushed podcast.
Even though like the notes were there, it's a different placement and it's like singing them completely different.
She also worked hard on perfecting her enunciation. She revealed to Vanity Fair, "I am really proud of my hard work and of the fact that I did give 100% of myself, including my physicality, to this role." For Grande, immersing herself in the role was a transformative emotional experience. She noted that it allowed her to heal certain parts of herself that were in deep need of having a friend like Glinda. Embodying Glinda's character provided Grande with personal insights and emotional growth, making the impact of the role profoundly significant on a personal level. She told Vanity Fair that she went through a lot of life changes during the filming of this movie, and a lot of people that were working on it did too. Chu, who already directed the filmed version of Lin-Manuel Miranda's In the Heights, has been consistently impressed by Grande. Chu is excited to showcase the emotional side of Grande that fans have not yet seen, he told SFX magazine. By the end of auditions, filming, and press, the lines have clearly been blurred between Grande the person and her performance as Glinda. This has been due to the incredible work the actress has put in, and for Chu, he isn't even entirely sure she has let go of the character yet. The novel-turned-musical-turned film became a Broadway sensation thanks to composer and lyricist Stephen Schwartz. The renowned Broadway icon has also written other hits, including Godspell and Pippin. The upcoming Part 1 of the two-part film is set to be released in theaters on November 22nd and will be followed a year later with Part 2 coming on November 2025. It will be the second musical-turned film for Crazy Rich Asians director John M. Chu. The production of Wicked boasts a budget of $145 million, reflecting Universal Studios' strong commitment to and high expectations for the film. The marketing campaign includes tie-ins with major events, such as the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, where Cynthia Erivo, who stars as Elphaba, is scheduled to perform. Collaborations with brands like Starbucks and Target are also surprising fans with unique promotional offerings. This strategy aims to position Wicked as a cultural phenomenon. A similar approach was successfully implemented with the Barbie movie in 2023, which achieved soaring box office numbers, grossing over $145 billion globally, and earned the Oscar for Best Original Song for What Was I Made For by Billie Eilish and Phineas O'Connell. Grande stars alongside Tony-winning actress Cynthia Erivo, who plays the green and powerful Elphaba. Kristen Chenoweth praised the duo, saying, "I've always said that Wicked was the love story between two girls. Ariana and Cynthia are going to be a power couple."
We have for good on our hands.
Yes.
We got them on opposite, so when we hold hands, they touch.
While Grande may have the least theatrical experience, she did star in the Broadway show 13, which was her professional debut. Since then, Grande has graced the screen in shows like Sam and Cat and became an absolute sensation for her pop music as well as a cultural and fashion icon.
I have a tattoo of a shooting star on my back.
That's terrific.
Grande certainly has more than enough experience acting, singing, and dancing. But for a role that was so close to her heart, getting it right meant everything to the star. She is starring next to powerhouse singer Erivo, who takes on the role from renowned performer Idina Menzel. Erivo previously won a Tony for her performance in The Color Purple. Erivo has also graced the screen in Stephen King's The Outsider and 2019's Harriet. The cast is filled with additional heavy hitters Michelle Yeoh, Jeff Goldblum, and Jonathan Bailey. If all goes well, fans can be hopeful for more groundbreaking performances from the singer. Grande and Erivo have big shoes to fill, but each of them has clearly put in the work to add themselves to the stunning history of the long-running Broadway production.
Look at you. You're beautiful.
Make sure to go see Ariana Grande like you've never seen her this November. And if you enjoyed this video, check out Collider for more enchanting content on all things Wicked.